Hey guys, 170 out here with another Friday vlog involving delicious coffee. I'm going to start calling these Friday coffee mornings with 170 out. That's actually quite catchy, maybe a bit long. Anyway, I'll still working on a title for these things. Anyway, hope you guys are well. Hope you guys have had a good week. My week has been mostly okay. As you can see, my hair is now very blue again. Which makes me all set for the weekend. I'm heading off to Insomnia at Birmingham. Shout out to everyone who's already there. Hope you guys have got there safe. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys tomorrow. Um, but streaming went well. Bayonetta was very, very fun. Definitely going to be playing that again very, very soon. And Guardians of the Galaxy was quite interesting. So, not Telltale's best, but still pretty cool. But mostly, other than that, the week's been, well, stressful due to work, unfortunately. But hey, I gotta pay them bills. Which actually brings me on to something I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk about, and then I sort of had an idea late last night when I was getting highly excited at finding tracks from old late 90s rave sets that I used to listen to and finding them in like unmixed form and sort of going, ooh, I can use these myself now. And then staying up to like 11 o'clock listening to them and finding more. So the idea that came to my head is how I balance work life with social life with streaming life. Because as you've probably already gathered, I'm not a full-time streamer. I have a full-time job. I'm also very happily married. So those are a lot of things that um, you know I spend my time on and spend my time with. Especially my wife. I love spending time with my wife, fairly obviously, because otherwise, if I didn't, she wouldn't be my wife. Love you. But then there's obviously other life stuff, chores and everything else. Keeping the house up, helping keep the house up together. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about how I actually balance all of that. Because the answer is it takes a lot of scheduling and a lot of disciplined scheduling and godlike patience and support from Sarah. So a classic example of all of this is actually tonight. I'm going to be streaming tonight. So I'm going to be streaming start to stream the Formula One 2017 career mode. Now that game's come out today. Now Fridays are not my usual streaming days. Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays is when I stream. So to get a stream done on a Friday, it's been very much a case of okay, this game's coming out this day. I really would like to stream it, and then I need to sit down and talk to Sarah and say, right, okay, can I stream on this day? Now it's not a case of me sort of saying can I stream in terms of asking for permission. It's never like that. But being in a relationship, in particular being in a marriage, is all about teamwork. It's all about giving, taking, and compromising, and basically just being as flexible as you can within reason. So it's very much a case of okay, so I want to stream on a Friday. I want to stream this Friday. Sit down with Sarah. Is that actually going to be possible? Now, Sarah, and again, I'm going to touch on this later on. The value of having a support. Sarah is amazing support. She will always try to accommodate my streaming, especially when I'm wanting to change it. But at the same time, she's obviously like, no, I mean, you've got these things to do, and when are we going to spend time? And that's always something that's on my mind as well. It's also why I go to Sarah, because it's like, okay, this is something I would like to do, but I'm very, very well aware that every evening I spend streaming is an evening not spent with her, or an evening not spent doing chores or helping out, whatever other sort of things that I have on my schedule, other commitments that I have. But she's absolutely brilliant. So she'd be like, okay, so you want to stream on this Friday? Okay, so if you do that, can you not book anything for like a certain weekend? Which is what's happening. So I get to stream today, which is really cool. But I won't be streaming next Sunday because next Sunday is a weekend that I've put basically blocked out. That is a whole weekend with Sarah. And that's basically how that works. That's how my streaming schedule of Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays came about. Was about sitting down and saying, right, okay, I've got all of this stuff I have to fit in a week. How do I do it? And Sarah's a lot better at scheduling things than I am. I have a tendency to get carried away, as last night mentioned, as last night showed when I stay up late looking at tracks, and also when I'm planning stuff, which I'll come on to in a minute. That's another thing I want to talk about how my projects sort of start small and then sort of end up taking over the world. So it's very much about very tight scheduling, about saying, right, okay, so these are the days I schedule for streaming, these are the evenings that I spend with Sarah, and it's not fitting Sarah in, it's fitting everything around, fitting streaming in around everything else. I love streaming. Streaming is very, very important to me. But, I know it's not the be-all and end-all of my life. So it was very much a case of, okay, first things first, right, plan out the evenings I'm going to spend with Sarah, taking into account her work commitments and everything else that she has. So it's basically, my stream's about teamwork, really. It is as a result of teamwork. It is as a result of Sarah really being very, very patient and very, very supportive and very understanding in wanting to support me in what I'm doing, especially given where I am now. As I said, I started on a sofa with a Kinect camera and mic, and now I've got it's not like the mind-blowing setup, but it is a pretty cool setup now, and it is quite a powerful setup now. Again, it's probably nothing compared to some of the stuff that's out there, but it's very powerful for me because it just shows how I've improved, or how I've progressed, and how things have changed. Investing a lot of money, a lot of time, and as I said, Sarah's very supportive. So my streams are more about sort of like teamwork. Now, that gets you up to the day of the stream. Because also the other thing as well, as I haven't quite mentioned, is again, like a lot of streamers will, have gone through games that are coming out. So, okay, I really want to stream this game. When does it come out? Do I want to stream this game the day it comes out? Does it matter if I stream the game the day it comes out? Can I wait a couple of days? And then again, building streaming dates. Around that. Now, I very, very, very rarely go into a stream not knowing exactly what I'm going to play. I normally know 2-3 streams before what I'm going to play. So, for example, I'll know on probably Tuesday's stream what I'm going to play the following Monday. I've got it on my website, I've got a schedule of what I'm going to play. It's very, very rare that I go into a stream very rare that I go to a stream an hour before I'm due to stream that I still don't know what I'm going to play. That is very rare for me. I can't do that. I'm, even though it looks like I'm just, riffing here and I am, and I'm sort of improvising and just going with the flow. I've thought about a few of these bits and pieces in the car on the way to work this morning. So the riffing stuff is just me trying to fill in the blanks as I'm moving from point to point to point. So it's not quite as improvised as what it may appear. And it's the same in my streams. I'm going to put games I'm going to play. I saw that Bayonetta was coming on Games with Gold. I was like, right, okay, cool. Right, I know that at some point I'm going to play Bayonetta. Just got to fit it in. It wasn't a case of, oh, cool, Bayonetta is out. Oh, I'll just play it I'll just play it. Sometimes like, no. I've got to plan it. I've got to this game. I'm not good at having plan Bs though. I'm not good at having sort of backup plans if games fail. That's something I should probably sort of work on, because you may have seen from previous streams when a game's not going well for technical reasons, I find it very, very difficult to then switch. I lose sort of the momentum, and the second half of those streams are usually quite lackluster. So that's something I need to work on. But so anyway, all that planning and everything, that brings you up to like the night of the stream. Now, there's also then all the tech work that goes in that a lot of people I think are aware of, but don't really sort of massively appreciate, because if tech work's done right, if everything is balanced, you don't notice it. So, things like, so first off, make sure my computer works. Sounds daft, but make sure my OBS is working, my cameras are working, microphones are working, my overlays are working, my alerts are working. And then it's about checking mic levels against the game levels. Now, from my, albeit limited DJing experience, I do that all on my headphones. I sometimes will do a very brief test recording. So I will just record a video, play a little bit of the gameplay with me talking, and sort of gauge levels from there. But by and large, I do it all in the headphones, and I'd say about 95% of the time, I'm usually spot on or thereabouts. So a couple of things, but I always go back and listen to and watch my the replay. So that's how I learn. But anyway, so there's all that. And then, basically what you guys are seeing is the culmination of what may have been a couple of hours planning. Sometimes spread over the last couple of weeks. So that is pretty much sort of regards to now that's just my Twitch streaming. Then we've come on to my DJ streams, and these are the ones I definitely don't do ad hoc. As you've probably watched from the last couple of vlogs, I've mentioned this, where I'm like, no, I can't just throw a load of tracks into a folder and then just play them. It's like, no, I've got to not sort of work, so do it rigidly. But I need to know that because of my limited experience, I need to know that tracks are going to work, that the set's going to flow, it's going to be how I want it to be. So that's what I'll play through the set at least. I'll play through the set at least once. Now, occasionally during a set, I'll suddenly remember a track that I really, really want to play, and then I will just sort of throw it in there. Usually, because if it's a track I really want to play, I'm aware of it. I know how the intro works. I know how the outro works, and therefore I've got a good idea of what's going to work with that track, mixing that in and then mixing it out again. But by and large, it's like, okay, here's all the tracks I want to play. Let's work on them and get them in an order. And then I have that order written down. So because I'm literally, by and large, I'm working through the set. I'm just like, okay, here's the order. I'm going to work through it. Occasionally, I throw a couple of bits and pieces in. But yeah, that's how I know. So that's how I know what I'm going to play. I have to know what I'm going to play, and the order which I'm going to play it in. Otherwise, I can spend ages deliberating over what track I'm going to play, by which point the other track's ended, which completely defeats the point of mixing. So I have to plan those rigidly, but sometimes, and this sort of brings on to my projects, I get carried away. So my next DJ stream, as you guys know, is on the 10th of September. It's going to be a little bit of a special one, because there is a DJ guy called DJ Brisk who does his own DJ streams on Facebook. I might actually put the link in the description below, because his sets are just amazing. I first heard this guy back in like '96, I think. I think his set at Hell's Discovery may have been the very first hardcore set I ever heard, and like instantly fell in love with the style. And he's been a massive influence on me all the way through my pretty much DJ career, pretty much him and Billy Bunter, and Billy Bunter was doing his sort of hard house sort of style in the late 90s, early 2000s. But coming back to Brisk, so the set I'm doing, all the tracks that I'm going to play in the Southern Tennessee bit, are they going to be done by him or they've been remixed by him? Now, a normal set of mine, especially when I'm doing a live set, will be anywhere between 20 to 25 tracks, so it'll take me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to mix through. Okay, note to self, make sure alarms are disabled, because if alarms goes off, they interrupt video recording. This is part of the planning. It's part of the learning process. Anyway, going back as I was saying, so all the tracks that I'm going to play on the 10th of September are going to be either done by Brisk or remixed by him now. As I said, about 20, usual set, 20, 25 tracks, about an hour and a half to 2 hours to mix through. This set, when I finished sort of looking at the track list and just been looking at it, was up to 54 tracks. So yeah, I have a tendency to get carried away. Though this one is a special one, so I may end up doing all 54, though I may cut it down a little bit. By the way, those 54 tracks, there's still about half a dozen tracks that I could have fit in. So, yeah, that'd be a nice, pretty long track. But it comes out to why I have to be so stringent, because I get carried away. I have a little project in mind that I want to get done by the next Rapture Gaming Festival, which I think is in November. Now, this is part of it's going to be linked to my DJ streams. I'm going to be trying to making a CD, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to make a CD, and then it's like, I'm going to make 2, then I'll make 3, and then I'm going to make 5. And all the sets are going to be like 1.5 hours to 2 hours long. No, that's not going to work. That's a lot of time. A lot of time I just don't have, even if Rapture wasn't in November. I mean, this doesn't have to be done by November. I mean, that's sort of the general plan. But it's like, no, I've now scaled it back. I'm doing 3 CDs, 1 for each of the styles that I very much grew up. When I say grew up, sort of when I was 16 that I listened to, and anytime I went to a rave, those were the 3 styles that I would go and listen to at various stages during the night. So 1 is going to be sort of a trancey set, sort of late 90s Marky GM Zone style set. Another one's going to be a hard house set, so very much things like tracks by the likes of BK, Andy Farley, Paul Glasby, even going to be some Bunter in there, maybe some old style Bunter transcore in there as well. And then there's going to be hardcore. It's going to be a hardcore CD, so probably going from a little bit of breakbeat stuff right back into the mid-90s, right up to present day, or as present day as I can just track it down and Beatport will allow me. So I think that's a little insight into me and how my process works. It's probably nothing new. But hopefully you can see the amount of sort of effort and planning and everything that goes on in behind the scenes, and the amount of support I have, particularly from my wife Sarah, who really does go out of her way to help me do what I want to do. So yeah, that's about it really. Any of you guys who are going to be at Insomnia at the weekend, I will see you there. Some of you guys may already be there. I will be there from tomorrow. Probably going to be there from about 11-ish, 11, 12 o'clock. I'm going to be mostly just wandering around. I'm going to be hanging out at the Cosair booth. The Streamers Connected guys are going to be there, so I'm probably going to be hanging out there. There's a couple of streamers that I want to meet who I know are probably going to be hanging around there as well. So come by, say hi. Don't be shy. We don't bite unless you ask us really nicely to. It'd be great to sort of sit with you, but I'm streaming tonight, doing some Formula 1. After that, I'll be back on Monday night. There'll be another vlog next Friday. There may be a special one coming for my 61. I don't know yet. It sort of depends on how I'm feeling, because the whole sort of part of the reason why I'm only there for the weekend is because of my social issues and my anxiety and whatnot. And the other reason why I'm going to be there at 12, and I may only be there for 3 or 4 hours or so. But you guys take care. You guys have fun at Insomnia. You guys have fun whatever you're doing at the weekend. I'll see you on the stream tonight. I'll see you in the vlog next week. And take care.